We continue Luke chapter 4, verses 31 to 44. After Jesus' rejection in Nazareth, he now proceeds to Capernaum. Luke describes 4 activities connected with Capernaum, which now becomes the base of Jesus' ministry in Galilee. Luke chapter 4, verses 31 to 37 is the first of 21 miracles mentioned by Luke, an exorcism conducted by Jesus in the synagogue of Capernaum. Even though the devil has departed for a more opportune time, Jesus will struggle with many demons. Verses 38 to 39, Jesus heals Simon Peter's mother-in-law, who becomes the first among many women who in Luke's Gospel serve Jesus. Verses 40 to 41, Luke summarizes Jesus' deeds at Capernaum. The Jewish day would begin around sunset, that is at 6 p.m. So after sunset, when the Sabbath ended and the first day of the week started, he begins to heal the people who come to him at Simon's house. Verses 42 to 44, when Jesus goes to a deserted place to pray, all people come to seek out Jesus. Mark mentions in chapter 1, verses 35 and 36, Simon Peter and his companions come to seek Jesus. Luke mentions all the people, all come to seek Jesus. We need to note that Luke emphasizes in his writing that Jesus has come for all, that is, the Jews as well as Gentiles. Therefore, time and again he mentions all people. Luke also mentions Jesus at prayer, which we described in detail at the time of Jesus' baptism in chapter 3, verse 21. Luke closely relates prayer with Jesus' mission to proclaim the gospel. Why does Jesus find it necessary to retreat at this time? What pressure is he facing? What are his priorities? Jesus is obviously busy and in high demand, yet he takes time out to be alone. We too need to pause and ask ourselves, do I take time out to pray in spite of my very busy schedule? How does one discern God's long-range call to oneself in the midst of all the shouting and clamoring and the urgent needs of day-to-day living? What does one learn here from Jesus about what it means to seek first the kingdom of God? In verse 44, Jesus is shown making a tour of all the synagogues in Judea. Judea here is the Greek and Roman name for the whole Jewish nation, including Galilee, that is the country of the Jews. Geographically speaking, Jesus is still in Galilee and not in Judea. How does Jesus' mission affect mine? To answer this, we go to verses 18 and 19 of the previous passage. Jesus refers to 5 goals of his mission. If all these 5 goals are to be carried on by the church as a whole, which includes you and me, which area of concern do I give importance to and which do I tend to neglect? The 5 goals are: first, preaching the gospel to the poor. The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he has anointed me to bring glad tidings to the poor. Often this can be challenging For we cannot only preach about spiritual things to people who do not even have food on their dinner table, who find it difficult merely to survive. As St. James says in his letter, chapter 2, verses 15 and 16, if a brother or a sister has nothing to wear and has no food for the day, and one of you say to them, "Go in peace, keep warm and eat well," but you do not give them the necessities of the body, what good is it? Many of us may be aware of the humble beginnings of the SVP. It was when Frederick Ozanam and his friends would preach the gospel, they were challenged to witness to God's love in concrete ways. They therefore formed an association to reach out to the poor and named it after Saint Vincent de Paul. The second goal of Jesus' mission is, He has sent me to proclaim liberty to captives. That is, helping people to be free and to really live. Along with liberty and freedom, Luke includes forgiveness of sins, all those social and personal bondages that enslave both us and society. Thus, he aims at total liberation. As a human being, I am only truly free to the extent that I am liberated from within. The third goal of Jesus' mission is recovery of sight to the blind. That is, we are supposed to perform acts of mercy. The fourth goal is to let the oppressed go free. That is, working for social justice. We know the recent case of Father Stan Swami, who stood for social justice even to the point of his death. And the fifth goal is to proclaim a year acceptable to the Lord. That is, celebrating God's grace with disheartened people, those who are downcast and without hope. Let us work on these 5 goals in order to build up the church. With this, we conclude Luke chapter 4. Thank you.